Hi, this video is all about a small project of mine, and the project goal is to help when it comes to StreamSets pipeline running within a data collector and using a Groovy evaluator. The Groovy evaluator is providing flexibility to input some free text code-based type of logic. However, the problem that we have is that this code that you input within the StreamSets pipeline is not always easy to input or even easy to test. Why? Because the web UI that is provided to edit this specific Groovy evaluator script content, okay, is not for sure a full-fledged ID, integrated development environment. Then what could we do to help? Well, the problematic is that if you have an ID, like me for instance, I do have IntelliJ here, okay? An IntelliJ ID is providing a lot of functionality, but you must have not only the possibility to leverage all the intelligence of this ID, as well as being able to run the code to see if the code does provide the right output. Then let's say that the goal here is really to have code, Groovy Java code developed within an ID like IntelliJ, and then to be able to run the code to see if the code is performing as expected and eventually to debug the code. But all of this being done inside IntelliJ and not inside the StreamSets pipeline. Okay, then here I do have my IntelliJ project, and you can see that I do have here a library that I call SDC Simulator library. This library is providing a compatible API, okay, which will give you the possibility to code data collector StreamSets Groovy based API, Groovy/Java based API directly inside this IntelliJ project, okay, and let's see how this is going to work. And basically speaking, I do use Faker. Faker is not necessary, okay, but you start by creating an object. You are going to instantiate the SDC simulator, okay. Then what you are going to do, you are going to create, if needed, some state variable, sdc.state, exactly the same way you would do inside your Groovy stage or Groovy evaluator. But now what do you need? You need to create an input batch, because the Groovy evaluator is going to consume data coming from upstream, which is called a batch. However, here, if you want to test something, okay, you need to create some form of, I would say, test dataset. Okay, then here I have a specific function called simulator create batch. Here you can specify how many records you want, and then you are going to use this type of syntax, okay, which looks like very much the syntax that you are using when you are programming directly inside your Groovy evaluator in your StreamSets pipeline. Okay, then as you can see, okay, we have record value, we have also record attributes, and we can simulate, if you want, many of the, I would say, available API that you will find in your Groovy evaluator when you will get the documentation for. And here you even have here is the secret map, okay. But remember, here we are creating the batch. This uses the same syntax, but it's not the most important. Okay, the most important is really the step 2 here. In the step 2, we are going to create the code which is going to process the batch, basically the code that you are going to find and to put inside the main script of this Groovy evaluator. And here I do have this special function named simulator process batch. Then in this simulator process batch, we do have a little bit of comment here, okay. Say, okay, when you will be done, just cut and paste what will be in between these two block comments. Okay, I'm going to expand. Okay, I'm going to fold expand all, and you can see I do have try, and here you will find all the type of API okay? I will say syntax, compatible syntax if you want, okay? And you are going to code, okay? Then here I put some statements if you want, okay? It's not really important about what it is done here. What's important is to see that you can code using the StreamSets data collector or native records API, okay? Then record value, record attributes. You can use global functions in read-write mode. You can also create events. You can SDC output write record. You can create a brand new record, and all of this will be wrapped within a catch exception block. Okay? And as you can see, looks very much like what you will find inside your Groovy evaluator script. Okay? Now I'm going to run this. When we are running this, what's going to happen is this. Number one, of course, let me just zoom a little bit here, okay? We start the emulator, we are generating the data for the input batch, and then we are processing the data from the input batch. Here you can see that we are generating an event, and you have only one event, because this event is going to get generated only if last name equal DOE1 here, okay? Then you can see we are generating the event, exactly as expected. Then here you will see we have all of our records, okay? Then you will have records that have been populated and generated by the create batch function or closure, okay? And then within this code here, okay, which is the code that you are going to cut and paste in your Groovy script component, okay, you will see that we are also here going to create a new record. And as you can see, all of this looks very much alike. And here you can see you have attributes and you have value. And whatever the data type, basically speaking, we are, or at least I did try to keep this very compatible and to be one for one compared with what you can achieve inside your pipeline. Now, okay, now let's say this is correct. Everything is fine. And what you're going to do, I'm going to do this, I'm going to cut and paste the code that I did execute here, from here, up to here, Control C, and I'm going to paste here. Okay, boom, here we are. Now, I'm going to run a preview right away. Run preview. Oh, I forgot something. Okay, you have also, of course, you have to put the right import. Okay, I have to document this to make sure that people will not forget about this if they want to use this. Okay, here we are. I'm going just to, again, the imports, but also make sure that your global state variable have been all defined as expected in the init script, and then destroy in the destroy script. Okay, then here if I run preview, boom, and everything works as expected. Here you will have the new record if you want, okay, and then you will have the pre-existing record, and you will find that all the functions are, all the variables, sorry, have been populated, as well as your record header attributes, okay, and so on. Okay, then that's it. You can see what has been done, and you can see we even have in the event record here. Then if I click here, you see the event, and if you compare this, what you have in the event record here versus what you have in the event record here, you will find that attribute prop01 is having dash dash prop01 exactly like there, and you will find also as a value information you will have an unknown entities DOE1 information somewhere here, an unknown entities DOE1. And as you can see, we have compatibility, but you can now develop your code and test your code directly inside the IDE, and when you are happy with the code, just cut and paste, and if you have done a good job, it will work right away. Thank you.